Matt Kopczynski's informational speech on Mcadd. Here's my audience and my camera stand. So the purpose today is to discuss Mcadd and the newborn screening in Texas and I guess the rest of the U.S. as well. So Mcadd, what is Mcadd? It's a fatty oxidation disorder, and it affects your ability to break down medium chain fatty acids. And with it, one out of every 5 children that are diagnosed with this will die before they actually receive their diagnosis. The way it works, when you eat food, you break down glucose, you break down the carbs into glucose for energy, and then your body switches to fats once the glucose is worn out. People with Mcadd are unable to switch to fats and unable to break it down, so they become hypoglycemic and have metabolic crises, which can lead to death and long-term problems. How do you get it? It's a genetic disorder in which you get one gene from your mom, one gene from your dad. Each parent typically is a carrier, so they have one bad gene, one good gene, and then they pass, both of them can pass the bad genes to their children, and that's how you get Mcadd. So, what does a person with Mcadd look like? Just like everybody else. This is Harper. She was born January 22nd, and at 1 week she was diagnosed with Mcadd. They find it through the newborn screening. Challenges with Mcadd when you have children. Frequent hospitalizations because they can't, when they're sick, throwing up, diarrhea, they can't manage that and need special IVs of dextrose. So anytime they're sick, we spent 3 hospitalizations. We went to the hospital 3 times in the first 11 months of her life. Other challenges, they have to eat consistently. So doesn't matter whether they want to or not. Sometimes they get a little upset about it, but they have to eat consistently to be able to have enough energy to break down. Treatment, there's no cures, but the only treatment is a high carb, low fat diet, so the diet everybody wants but shouldn't eat. And then avoiding fasting and taking levocarnitine, that takes care of some of the toxins that are built up from unable to break down the fats. The way they found it is through the newborn screen. When you're born, they prick your foot, put some blood on a piece of paper, and then within 48 hours, they have a test that should tell you whether you have that or not. They test for amino acid disorders, fatty oxidation, and a couple others. All in all, 31 key tests that they do, and then 24 secondary for looking for defects or problems that could occur. Mcadd was brought into the Texas newborn screening in 2007. And before it got approved, they had to do a cost-benefit analysis and justify why we should add it to the newborn screening. Results, this is the challenges with newborn screening. It could take up to 4 weeks, which results in the 1 in 5 children dying before they're diagnosed, because in that first month they do get sick. Harper actually got sick about 3 weeks in and had to be in the hospital. The cost-benefit analysis was kind of crazy because it's about $20 million annual to do newborn screening throughout the U.S. And in 2012, the U.S. spent $33 billion alone to help foreign countries. So $20 million seems like a small price to pay to help make sure children grow up healthy and don't have preventable deaths. Total cost for newborn screening per patient annually is $35. Again, they want to do a cost-benefit analysis and look at adding it, but $35 is nothing when it could result in this or this. It seems like a pretty simple choice. So that's Mcadd and the importance of newborn screening, and that's all I've got. So there's my audience. Thank you, Rowan.